Alright. So when last we left our heroes, we gained some good boys. We got Ryoma Nagare, the pilot of the Black Getter. And we got Tetsuya Tsurugi, the pilot of the Great Mazinger. Tetsuya's pretending to have amnesia. Don't know why yet. He has something to do with Ryoma. Ryoma definitely doesn't know him. Ryoma's not pretending to have amnesia. Ryoma's not that smart. To put it as bluntly as possible. So, but they're both from a different dimension. At least that's what we're assuming at this point, because their version of Earth is real different from ours. But as soon as they've heard that what our version of Earth is going through, and they're like, well, we don't have a way to get back right now, we might as well help you while we're here. So they're going to help us on our goal to get to Iskandar. So, why don't we continue on that journey? Great Camillus Empire Supreme Leader's Office. Supreme Leader, the Cabinet Officers, congratulations on the millennial anniversary of the Camillus Empire, as well as the 103rd year of the Desolate Era. Thank you, Vice Commander. The Great Camillus Empire has succeeded in uniting the large and small megalithic clouds and is expanding into the Milky Way. The Empire's territory grows larger by the day, and your power illuminates the entire universe. The assimilation measure is progressing smoothly as well. Those who submit to us are allowed to become second-class subjects rather than be destroyed. It will be the foundation of the Empire's prosperity. Truly a wonderful deed, truly godlike work. None shall oppose the supreme leader of our great empire. Camillus is invincible. We will never be defeated. Do not fall into the trap of arrogance. We must still be wary of the barbaric invaders from deep space near the small megalithic cloud. Gates. You mean to call me haughty? I speak the truth as Fleet Commander. Supreme Leader, we will eliminate those barbarians soon. I have dispatched Vice Admiral Domal to that end. Space Wolf? I'm sure he will live up to our expectations. Everyone, I have prepared some entertainment this evening as a reward for all your hard work. We will be viewing footage from the Empire's front lines. Why is that? Because the Supreme Leader himself drafted the operations we are about to see in action. Now then, everyone, let the games begin. The target is Terran ship of the Zol system. That'd be us. Back. Notice how their names for our stuff is just slightly off. Like instead of Pluto, it's Plato, and instead of Sol, it's Zol. Yeah, that's a running theme. Yamato Commander Officer's Cabin. So you're at the edge of the solar system. Is it much longer until you reach your destination? The journey to Iskandar is a long one. We've only just taken the first step. I see. Word of the Pluto's base destruction at your hands has reached Earth. The fact that no more planet bombs will be assaulting Earth has brought people so much relief. And we know that the Yamato is heading for Iskandar. That alone is enough to keep our spirits up. So please, Commander Okita, you must return with the Cosmo Reverse System. That's the name of the system that's supposed to restore the planet. Earth is waiting for the Yamato, for all of you to come back safe and sound. Earth is waiting for the Yamato, for you all to come back safe and sound. Sorry, I thought it was repeating, but that was just the sound of him disconnecting. Is this due to the heliopause? The edge of the boundary of the solar system, which is created by the sun's winds knocking interstellar matter into magnetic fields. Such traversing the heliopause prevents ships from communicating with Earth. Those who requested it were allowed to speak with their families one last time. Won't be able to communicate with Earth anymore. Yamato Bridge. A final correspondence with Earth? Yes. Once Yamato is passed beyond the heliopause, background radiation will interfere too strongly with the signal to reach Earth and vice versa. I've granted permission to call Earth for anyone who wishes to contact their family. Really? We'll also be holding a line crossing celebration. What lines are there to be crossed in space? Long ago, sailors voyaging across the ocean celebrated passing the equator as a way to pray for safe passage. It's a tradition we will keep alive, even in space. Another thing that's like ocean only that they're doing in space for some reason. Yamato Mess Hall. What a feast! Accounting and OMCS really pulled out all the stops. What's OMCS? Yamato's provision system. I'm not really sure how, but it synthesizes all sorts of things to create food. So, you know, their explanation for how we get more food while we're out. I've heard it's better not to know anything about the process. But saying what it's better not to know makes it even worse. If you want, I can present my hypothesis for how it's done and what materials are used. Just for today, Velt, could you not be a know-it-all? Don't ask how the sausage is made. Everyone, thanks for your hard work. M2 operation was successful. Planet bombs will never again attack the Earth. As your commander, I cannot thank you enough. Now we can celebrate crossing out of the solar system. But remember that this is just the start of our voyage. There's no returning to Earth now. We must face forward. We must focus on the road to Iskandar. Here's to a great party. Cheers! Sorry. That's good booze. Come on, you have some too. I am incapable of drinking. Well, what good are you? Yeah, Sato's kind of one-track mind. Everyone gets 5 minutes to call Earth. Please head to the comms room when your turn is announced. Are you going to call Captain Barra, Kincaid? No, I'm not. What? I promise I come home no matter what. That's going to be the next time I see your face. You have a very special connection. New type or not, it doesn't matter. Those connections are an integral part of being a human being. I suppose. But you should send word to Mars. I bet old Uma and Yona and the rest of them are really worried about you. I will. I'll promise them I'll come back no matter what, too. Everyone's really fired up, huh? It's been nothing but one crisis after another since we left work. This is a nice break. What? Are you up for a little adventure, Hoshina? Say, the two of us going somewhere with no one else around. Wow. Okay, she's forward. There's not much room for privacy on the Yamato. Sure there is. There are plenty of rooms people aren't supposed to enter. Like the automatic navigation room? Oh, that reminds me. Have you heard about what supposedly happens in that room? The ghost of a beautiful girl appears, whispering. Oh, I saw plenty of ghosts back on Earth. Huh? Actually, I'm a bit, psychically inclined. Unbelievable. Are you by yourself? Is this really the sort of place you want to contact me? This is exactly the sort of place. It just looks like I'm some peon who doesn't know his place trying to flirt with Lady Nimi. Do you need something? Not really. I just thought it would be nice to talk about stuff other than work once in a while. Everybody's horny! You don't need anything to keep our contact to a minimum. You need to stay focused. Understood. For now, let's just hope we find what it is searching for in the upcoming star systems. They're doing it again. They're doing it again, and I hate it. What's the matter, Nambu? Something happened when you called Earth? My parents said I have to get married when I get back. Well, that's happy news, isn't it? It means your parents believe you'll come back safe. That's not it. I don't want to marry anyone but someone I already love. Oh, there's someone you love? Lieutenant Junior Grade Nanbu, I must insist you tell me. For reference. Well, but it's me, isn't it? That's why you're blushing so hard. Lottie, you're a bit of a virgin killer, aren't you? No way would it be you. Wow. Wow. What a rude thing to say. Now you have to tell me to apologize. Come on, weapons officer. Just fire away like you always do. I see. I didn't know you were looking for a wife, Nanbu. Huh? What a shame. If you would have just waited a bit longer, I would have introduced you to my granddaughter, Aiko. If I were even remotely interested, how long exactly would I have to wait? Let me see. About another 20 years or so. That means she's still a child! That'd make her about Jiro's age, my little brother. But it doesn't matter. Unless we get to Iskandar, my Aiko, Shima's little brother, even your parents, they'll all be gone. You're right about that. I realized that too after I spoke with my family. And the mood is dead. We have to keep fighting, all of us, to save Earth, to save our loved ones. You're right. We have to accomplish what we set out to do. Yamato Communications Room. You look well. Yes. How's Okida? I asked Dr. Sato to keep an eye on him. He seems much calmer lately. I see. I appreciate you taking care of me these past year. Just be sure to come back. Strange. She seemed to mention he looked after her longer than that, didn't she? I could be remembering wrong. I will. Yamato Hangar. So this is where he ran off to. Oh, Chitose. The party's just a bit much right now. We never get treated to such yummy food, and Makoto is drunk and chasing Oda around. And Shinohara is flirting with everyone. It's fun. Sorry, that's just not my scene. But Besides, neither of us have anyone to contact, so this party isn't really for us. Oh. You didn't come to get us, did you? Well, kinda. Did you get in touch with someone on Earth already? Yeah. I spoke with some people at the lab I was in charge of guarding when I was on Earth. I was boarded the Yamato without a word to any of them, and I always felt bad about it. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to ask about the Vangray. You didn't talk to your family at all? My parents and little sister didn't just survive the attack. I'm sorry. Don't feel bad for me. There are a lot of people dealing with the same thing back on Earth. So yeah, every time Chitose is like Mom, Dad, and says the name of her sibling, yeah, they did. Are you fighting to avenge your family like Akira? Captain Kato. Tell me, Kisaragi. I'd be lying if I told you that wasn't part of it. But nothing I do will bring back what I've lost, so that's why I'm fighting to protect what I have right now. Kisaragi. I know it sounds simple, but I believe those feelings are what allow me to fight. You're strong, you know? Huh? Seems like Captain was worried for nothing. This is the first time I've seen you smile, Tetsuya. Now that you mention it, it has been a while. Let's see if I can get Ryoma to crack a grin next. Me? Is it okay if I say something else? Sure. It's about the walls you've built up inside yourself after being in jail on false charges. You should tear them down. Otherwise, you're going to end up paying for a crime you didn't commit for the rest of your life. I'm sorry, that came off as super insensitive. Not necessarily. I mean, it's good advice. And someone like Ryoma needs to get told that kind of advice real blunt. No, you're right. If I'm being honest with myself, I've been acting like an idiot. All these unfulfilled promises and grudges I carry around with me don't mean a thing in this world. That's that grin. It's kind of scary, but I guess it'll have to do. Shut up. Alright, Nagari, Tsurugi, you finally look like you're ready to party. Let's go. Captain, I'm gonna go look for Akira. Thanks. Probably better if you go get her. But even then, I wonder if I might interrupt something. What's that supposed to mean? Don't tell me she's with someone. No idea. I'll catch you later. Yamato Workboat. Thanks for helping out with the repairs, sir. They have so many extras, basically. I mean, I'm sure they're more important characters in the show itself. But as far as this game is concerned, they're almost entirely extras. They just throw into scenes. They're just like, hey, remember this guy from that series? Remember this guy from the series? Remember this guy? They're all from the Yamato show because it's the quote-unquote main show of this game. No problem. I wanted something to do to keep busy. I appreciate it. Let's allow the younger recruits to go on a line crossing celebration. Get some out of my hair. Alright then, let's work over there, and then whatever we don't get done today, we can leave to the kids. Sounds good. You know something else, sir? Seems like you've been better with women nowadays. Inamoto? You need something with the boatswain? He said something I didn't really understand. But never mind that, Yamamoto. Are you sure you're okay helping out here? You don't want to call anyone on Earth? My family's all gone now. My older brother was all I had left, but he died in the battle with the Gamillans. I see. My older brother was close with Captain Kato. Captain didn't want me to die like my brother did, so he never approved me for the aircraft squad like I wanted. I was gonna say, like, fight squad? No, that's something else. I didn't know that. So don't worry about me calling Earth. Same with me. Huh? I don't have anyone to call either. Commander Okida! Ensign Kisaragi, shouldn't you be at the line crossing celebration? Well, I've actually got some orders from Captain Kato I have to carry out. I see. Please excuse me. You worried about her? Well, I conducted the final confirmation for all the crew who signed on the ship myself. She seems to be giving everything she's got. By all rights, she should never have had become a soldier. She ought to be traveling down a much different path toward a much different life. She's not the only one. So many young people's lives have been corrupted by war. Why are you here, Tokugawa? I was looking for you, of course. I thought you'd have left the party to the young by now and gotten bored. I've been found out. We've gotten old, haven't we? I suppose. How many young people have died while we survived? I don't even want to count. No, I must not count. People's lives are more than mere numbers. You're right. All we survivors can do is keep fighting so those young people still have hope for tomorrow. That's all we can do to atone for taking so many of their futures. Indeed. We got some sake from Dr. Sato. How about a drink or two? Why don't we go to my office? Alright, we'll drink to the future of the young. A couple old men, a couple old sailors, Mad about, all the lives that are lost while they survive. You're doing it again. Good job on the repair work. Huh? I saw you from the observation deck. Well, I didn't have anything else to do. Didn't you want to call Earth? Well, family's dead. Seriously? They should just, like, put it on, like, name tags for everybody at this point. Because it's always the same answer. Oh. What about you? Did you reach your family? I guess I'm in the same boat as you. You literally called someone. He did not. Might be different. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Don't apologize. You know, I can't remember who I used to be. Huh? All I can remember is this past year. I don't have any memories from before that. Okay, so never mind. She probably mentioned that earlier. I see. Hey, when we were on Enceladus, you asked me something weird, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Were you talking about Sasha? Yeah, she looked like you. Sasha Iskandar, the woman who gave her life to bring us the wave motion engines and activation core. Now that you mention it, wasn't there someone else who arrived a year before her to bring the plans for the wave motion engine? Eurisha Iskandar. Huh? That was her name. Yamato is currently around 8 light years away from Earth, traversing the Sirius star system at 18 space knots. So, yeah, that's a hell of a long way. Remember, a light year, for anybody who's not scientifically inclined, is how long it is the distance it would take for light to travel in a year of our time. So, light travels really fucking fast? So yeah. We'll be jumping 12 light years in our next warp. That should get us to Jalise 581. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so if you're gonna make fun of me for it, do it now. 12 light years? And this will be our last chance to see the Earth from Yamato's VLBI telescope. Sonata. Yes, sir. We're relaying Earth's image to the monitor. These guys, I mean, like, I get it that they're all really dramatic and they have a huge amount of weight on their shoulders, but they really like to, you know, stretch out the drama every chance they get. And I'm sure this is super awesome in the movie or the show. I can't remember if it was a movie or a show. I understand it's really dramatic, but here it kind of loses some of its luster. Wow, the Earth is so blue. We're 8.6 light years from the solar system here, so this is what the Earth looked like 8 years ago. Ah, right. Because it takes like 8 years for the light to reach them. That's an interesting point. That's a good attention to detail. And that also, that must hurt to see the Earth back before all this. Before Camillus attacked it. Take a good look, everyone. This is how the Earth used to be. This is the Earth we are fighting to reclaim. Shima, prepare for warp. Yes, sir. Preparing for warp. Guide her all, class. Le Chevalier Bridge. Daddy, finish your work soon and come home, okay? Mom's worried about you. Your daughter? I don't think I'll ever see her again. Commander. Yamato has jumped. Identify the jump coordinates. Beginning spatio-temporal wave motion calculations. Tracing space wake. We'll follow Yamato, and there I'll use what I received from General Goer. Then we'll finish them once and for all. Yamato Commanding Officer's Cabin. Information Officer Nimi, coming in. What is it? The system has a planet suitable for colonization. I'd like permission to form an investigative expedition. We don't have time. I know that, but shouldn't we explore all possible options if humanity's going to survive? Nimi, the Azumo plans was scrapped. But... What happened? Yamato Bridge, status report. Port side has been hit. Righting the ship, turning 15 degrees. Some electronics are malfunctioning. Detecting powerful charged particle wave motion. Seems Yamato has come into contact with an ultra-dense plasma filament. What is that? A lot of techno babble. plasma flares being emitted from a star. In other words, a solar storm. Our ship is running to the edge of one of the plasma corridors. But this is abnormal. The Birkeland currents are hundreds of millions of times their theoretical values. What does that mean? It means this is clearly artificial. Gravitational field is distorting ahead. It's a reaction to warp out. What? Enemy fleet warping out. The Pluto base commander is aboard that ship too. They chased us here. Enemy ship has fired a torpedo. Locked on. Anti-aircraft combat ready. Open torpedo tubes along the bow. Fire! Direct hit! And target intercepted. Wait. What happened? What is this? Welcome to Scenario 7, Cosmic Crossroads. What is that gas-like thing? The unidentified substance's energy is rising. Keep an eye on it. It's absorbing the plasma and growing. If it touches us, Yamato will be disintegrated and absorbed as well. The unidentified substance is closing in on us, and the enemy fleet is approaching from the other side. Shima, can we make it through the plasma buffer zone? There's a route that avoids the plasma and the gas. Wait a second, that route involves plunging toward the star. Great Camillus Empire Supreme Leader's office. So, it's finally begun. Behold, Supreme Leader, the Desolate torpedo, blessed with your name, is cornered the Terran ship. They came to the star system just as your excellency predicted. I'm amazed at your foresight. I only analyzed their course patterns to kill some time. But what kind of strange substance is that torpedo? Is that gas? It is an autonomous, self-replicating, gas-based life form that originated from the Milvelia system. It converts, assimilates, and absorbs material energy, expanding infinitely. The ultimate chemical weapon. So they're using a living being that replicates around certain material energy, and they just launch it and say, okay, start replicating and destroy everything in your way. Bye! It's fucked up. And the exit is blocked by the salivating maws of a giant star. To be consumed by the gas or melted into nothing, or perhaps another fate awaits them. There could be no other fate for them, of course. It is perfect, Supreme Leader. Now, everyone, let us toast to cheer on the Terrans' brave fight. Haha, hilarious. Set a trap and then cheer them on to escape it. Supreme Leader does love his jokes. Oh! One assumes he just killed that man. Now then, everyone, let us applaud the brave decision they're about to make. Looks like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Shima, full speed ahead toward the star. Are we going to ram into it? Steer us to that point right there. Full speed ahead toward the target. Full speed ahead, steady as she goes. Yamato's plunging toward the star. Pursue them. But we'll be melted by the star too. Ever since destruction of Plato Base, I have not believed we will return alive. All we can do now is give our lives to the remaining Zaltzians and consign the Yamato to oblivion. Understood. All hands, brace yourselves. We're with you, Commander Schultz. The enemy fleet is pursuing. They've risked their lives too. Could I scramble the mobile units, but don't do anything unnecessary. Roger. All units prepare to take off. Alrighty. We can deploy everyone. So do so. All units, our mission is to protect the Yamato. Intercept any enemy that gets too close. Roger. I'll do everything I can. The way they're coming at us must mean they're not planning on making us out of this alive. Just like the soldiers of Jupiter Empire, what would make them sacrifice so much? Yamato, full speed ahead. All units, focus on defense. Ugh. Commander, it's nothing. All hands, concentrate your strength. We are getting out of here. Alright. Defeat all their enemies within 5 turns and also defeat Schultz. Victory is when Schultz is defeated, so you have to defeat everyone else first. Okie dokie. Onward and forward. I'm not going to go too far in just yet. here. Zinga! Now let's put the Black Getter there. Okay. This turn is just get closer. Everyone, do not lose focus even for a moment. We're fighting in the harshest of environments, and the enemy is willing to die to defeat us. Can I try and take revenge for the Pluto base? I can't collapse. Not now. Not here. No, I have no intention of dying until we reach Iskandar. Till I can see the Earth restored with my own 2 eyes. Bada boom! You just took the full fire of a battleship, my dude. It is very possible you get blown the fuck up. Oh, hi! Inquiry. You do know we're right in the middle of the battle right now. I'm still a novice, so I have to concentrate if I don't want to mess up. I will assist you, so please answer my question. We're different from your usual self today. Which one is the real you? You little... Were you listening back in the hangar? In your conversation with Commander Okida. It's bad manners to eavesdrop, okay? Remember that. But I'll answer your question. I'm human, so I am who I am, and how I act changes depending on what's going on. I know you don't get it, but I'm not explaining anymore. I have to do something or Yamato is toast. Seems System 99 is doing a lot to try and understand how humans act. Love this attack! Nice, simple, to the point, and so destructive. Dramatic finish! Oh no! He's gonna shoot my big boat with a tiny gun. He's going to miss my gigantic boat with his tiny gun. So yeah, if you haven't gotten the hints lately, Okida has anime disease. Ooh, that only just barely killed it. Hey, nice level ups. Alright, so the rest of this is just gonna be them moving up. Oh hey, someone actually tried to get a shot in. Sucks to be you. I love the Grungus so much. I gotta admit, they've got some wild designs in OG, and you only get to see a handful of them in the Super Robot Wars games. But those designs, they're freaking wild. Alright, Time to charge in, guns ablazing. So the Jupiter Empire's sitting this one out, huh? And I can't believe the forces we fought on at the Pluto base were the full extent of the enemy's power. If that's true, where's their backup? That's Kincaid for you, always thinking. Oh, come on! The second attack will have to finish him off. Boom, data! Alright, keep moving forward. Beam! Zamba! Zamba! I don't need intuition. He ain't gonna hit.
相手が戦艦ならそれなりの戦い方をする。
Keep in mind, the size disparity that you're seeing here isn't accurate. Like, he's a lot smaller than that battleship. They just have to keep the size this way so the animations, you know, work. Like, he's probably the size of some of those Melancos. I think Melancos? Is that how it's pronounced? Or did I miss some letters? Oh well, I'll check later. I love how you just see some slight bursts. It's just barely enough for us to dodge. Okie. Let's do a volley of fire and get you moved up.
待っている人たちのためにここを突破する。全訪問発射準備に入れ。各砲座発射準備。
四方副砲全訪問発射準備整った。
各砲座監視方向の目標に照準合わせ。
各砲座発射準備よし。
撃ち方始め。撃ち方始め。
Was that enough? No. Yeah. Cool. Got a crit. That's good luck. Let's put you over here. Getting that leadership bonus up front more so. Loop Slasher is not post movement, so let's get that out to wreck someone's face.
勝率は 50% だがそれを 100% に引き上げる。切り裂けディープスラッシャー。
敵戦力は事前の報告以上か。
Yep.
集中攻撃を受けるだけか。
But you don't have range to hit me. Alright, we're just going to soften up some of the battleships since the other ships are just going to be taken out just by attacking us. So attacking the smaller ships is not, there's not a big point to it. I want to keep in mind that the only place we can land right around here is the sun. Just want to have that fresh in your mind when you're watching this animation. Excuse me? What did you say about Lottie?
この一戦相当に捧げるつもりで戦え。
ちょっと工夫が足りないんじゃない？
Groovy! Alright, let's get some Black Getter action. Weaken this one for me. 100% accuracy, so go nuts!
戦艦だろうとゲッターの敵じゃねえ。追い詰めしまいだ。
I want to remind you that as far as the canon of this is concerned, Ryoma was in prison. Then they let him out so he could fight some invaders in a Getter robot. After the battle, he was he apparently got transported to our dimension. Once he got to our dimension, realized he didn't have a ship he didn't have a Getter anymore because his got destroyed in that big explosion. But he had a bunch of parts from other ones, so he built his own freaking Getter. And that's why he's in a Black Getter robo.
ガミラスに敗北はない。総員覚悟を決めろ。相手の動きは早いぞ。よく狙え。
ガミラスの攻撃なんかに。
And time for Messenger.
やるときは徹底的にやる。こいつでとどめだ。フォレストバーン。
So, Mazinger and Getter are both real old series. Like, they are very early anime. The versions we're seeing in this game are like 90s remakes, or not remakes. They're what's the word? I'm saying the word, and I'm forgetting it. Anyway, reboots. That's the word I was looking for. They're sort of reboots. I think for Getter, it's technically canon with the original series, though. I don't know for certain.
地球にしたことのツケは必ず払わせる。ビームライフルでダメか。
I know, yeah. Since I talked about it so much on Twitter and whatnot, totally got my vaccine yesterday. Didn't feel a single side effect except for slight muscle soreness on my left arm. I don't know if that means anything. I heard rumors that like people who have really strong immune systems tend to have like more dramatic responses. And would not surprise me if that was a reason I did not get a strong response, because my immune system kind of sucks. But honestly, I'm not going to read too much into it. It's also just a matter of random fucking chance sometimes. So, anyway, they've already got me signed up for an appointment on a Wednesday next month. So, I am 1 full month from now, I think, from being fully vaccinated. Giving the 2 weeks after the next one. I'm 1 full month from now from being fully vaxxed. So I'm excited. Doesn't mean I'm going to do much. Like, I'm not the type to go out and do stuff. It's just going to be nice to have the option when summer hits. To maybe hang out with my friends more in outdoor environments and stuff. But we need to hit herd immunity before masks come off and everything's completely open again. And we ain't getting that unless people shape the fuck up. I was worried at first when I got to the vaccine site because, like, nobody was there. Then I realized, oh, they signed me up for the earliest appointment. Which makes sense. So I was like, so the reason why it's empty is just because this is the first, these are the first appointments. And other folks sign up later. By the time I was leaving, the parking lot was almost full. So, yeah. Which is perfectly fine with me. I'm an early bird. I'll get there early, get shit done, get out of there before the crowd shows up. I thought it was going to be in the middle of the city, also, so I was kind of worried. Nah, it's not in the middle of the city. So it was pretty easy. Parking was easy. The only information I had to give them was my ID. It was super easy. I'm just glad I finally got the appointment. It took me forever to get the appointment. Bye-bye! Next mission's kind of a doozy. Yep. Come at me, bro.
地球にしたことのツケは必ず払わせる。こいつを使うしかない。
I don't think they get a support attack if we kill them first. Yeah, I don't think so. They only get a support attack if they actually survive the fight long enough to have support. Critical hit! They're all criticals in my book. They're all amazing! Hello. We're just murdering some aliens. Although now we're in deep space, so... don't think we're in their territory just yet, though. But we're both aliens at that point, I think. Anyway, they're trying to kill us, so we have to kill them. It's an actual ship in space. That's the theme of the entire show it comes from. They use naval imagery, naval terms, and as you can tell from that guy's outfit, who's the captain, naval everything else. So they refer to space as the Sea of the Stars. They literally, everything is naval themed. Honestly, all they did was take a story that was sort of meant for like a naval vessel that, and then they made it sci-fi, put it in space, but didn't change any of the terms. God, all of them are going after my giant ship. This is a terrible idea for you. You're all gonna die. Like, can't one of you try and shoot one of my small guys? They could use the kill and experience. Oh well. Yeah, at this point in the story, we're heading off to go collect a special thing from aliens who are on our side that says they have the technology to restore our Earth, because right now Earth is basically an apocalypse. Can you run out of ammo? On certain weapons you can, but not in general. So, but I'm pretty sure the attacks I'm using are energy-based, which is that bar underneath my health in the top right. So I can also run out of energy, and then I can't use any attacks that use energy until it's replenished. So, but ammo is per attack based, not per, like, storage. Let me show you, actually. So this one costs energy, this one costs ammo, energy, energy, ammo, ammo. But as you can see, I've got a lot of fucking ammo. So, in fact, I'm just gonna use this ammo attack. Yeah, Earth is basically an apocalyptic wasteland because of these guys we're fighting, the Gamillas. So we're gonna fly 168,000 light years away using technology given to us by the aliens that want to help us to collect the piece of technology that's going to restore Earth and then come back with it. That's the idea. Obviously, the Gamillas aren't keen to that plan. They'd rather just, you know, not necessarily destroy the entire Earth. They plan on subjugating most of the people that are left. But it's like... But it's an ultimatum. It's either die or become our slave class, basically. But the problem is, right now, we're fighting other members of a different slave class. So, we know what's ahead of us if we join. We're gonna be treated like shit. Alright, so who needs experience? Definitely not Okida. It's Ryoma and Tobia. Okie dokie. Tobia. Can you get close enough to attack? You can. Yes. Alright, Tobia. And that's the main story of the game. However, this is a crossover game. So, you might recognize this if you watch Gundam. This is from Crossbone Gundam. And we've got characters from, Getter Robo and Mazinger. And original characters to this, specifically to this series, not to any series, but original characters to this game. So yeah, this is a giant crossover robot anime game. Ooh, we finally got Excel. Yes. Okay. Okay, so this is the final guy. Don't know anything about this game in general? Then sit back and watch. Shit gets real fucking weird. And it's fun. In fact, want to see one of the original robots in action? Here's one right here. What they usually do with these games is they choose one series to sort of be the backbone series, as I like to call it, where the main story is based on that series, and then everything crossover happens around. We're only on the 7th mission. There's like 40 or 50 of them in this game, and that's not including DLC missions, so we've got a lot of plot. And we've already got some cross-dimensional travel going on. So, shit's gonna get weird. I knew it was gonna be hot in here. If we fight for an extended period, our bodies will give way before these robots. Came for the bot, stay for the ships. Stay for the robots, actually. But yeah. Hurry, Shima. If the Yamato stays here for too long. Ugh. Commander! No, I'm calling Dr. Sato. Don't lose focus. The enemy is right under our nose. But I just got a little dizzy because of the heat. Right now, getting out of this situation takes priority. Understood. Gravitational field is distorting. It's a reaction to warp out. Camilla's reinforcement? No, it's not. This is a different pattern than usual. Huh? What is that? Gundams! There's another ship on Earth besides the Yamato that can warp? No, those Gundams. Those mobile suits warped out here independently. What's going on, Setsuya? This is Tierra from Mobile Suit Gundam 00. Gundams! We're not going to look too much into his backstory because some of it's spoilers. But we're not going to get too heavily into their series story anyway. I'm pretty sure they're mostly flavor characters. I don't know. This was just supposed to be a quantum jump experiment. I don't know how we got here. Is that the sun? And Satsuna. And look at what's happening there. They're fighting. And that's a group, no, a civilization we've never seen before. They're a different species? And if that's the case... What's wrong, Tobia? I'm not positive, but whoever piloting that Gundam doesn't seem to be hostile toward us. Oh, look! New types. Extrasensory perception, huh? Are the pilot of those units new types? Commander Schultz. Those are Terran weapons. Attack! Yes, sir. They're firing at us. I can't believe this is how our first encounter with an alien species is going. If only the quantum system was complete. Then we'd at least be able to communicate. Don't give up, Terria. At least there are humans on the other side who are picking up my signal. Really? I'm calling out on an open channel. It's all I can do. Commander, a message is coming in from one of the Gundam type units. It's at Earth Common. They want an explanation for what's going on. The pilots of these unknown Gundams speak Common? Commander, what's going on? It could be like what happened with Nagari and Tsurugi. Nagari and Tsurugi, or Ryoma and Tetsuya, traveled through dimensions. They claim not to know anything about how. I believe Ryoma. We don't believe Tetsuya. Aihara, tell them that we aren't hostile and ask them for help. Roger. Commander, apparently the message from those units was in Terran language. So does Terran reinforcements. If they can warp out like this, then we've underestimated their technological progress. Destroy them before they can unite with the Yamato. Fire! Those green ships are treating us as hostile, and there are Gundams with the others. They definitely seem like they're based off a concept of mobile suits, but they are Gundams. Okay, I trust your instincts. Thanks, Tierra. Let's side with the Gundams, get the heck out of here. The message they sent was in common. They could be a special military force we don't know about. Commander, the Gundam types have signaled that they'll help us. Good. We'll get out of this mess together. Setsuna, I know. You can't let it end here. The true objective of Celestial Being must be accomplished. The coming discussion and investigating the truth about our world. That is our mission. Alright, so we've got some new boys with us. This is Setsuna, pilot of the 00 Quant. Yeah, it's got some weird spelling. Just don't overthink it. He is an innovator. Activate special skill innovator when focus above 120. Recovers 5 more SP a turn. So he can use a lot of spirit points. And otherwise, he's basically the same build as most of our Earth characters. And he is piloting a medium Gundam with GN sword bits and regeneration, quantization. Half of this we've never heard about. This deducts 1500 damage from all attacks. So it's a shield, basically. It's real good. Activates when focused above 130. 50% chance to evade all enemy attacks. Yeah, he a real dodgy boy. He don't get hit by shit. But he needs enough focus, and right now, he's not quite there. But yeah, he's got some cool attacks. And remember when I mentioned that Japan likes to name stuff after English terms just for cool factor without caring really about what it means? Welcome to the Trans Am, one of the big things about Gundam 00. Yeah, just don't worry about it too much. It at least looks cool. Alright, and this... Steria! Got a weird helmet, huh? Yeah. Anyway, this is him in the Raphael Gundam. Guard, Instinct, Support, Defend. Cast Spirit Command, Analyze on Attacker until the start of next player phase when focus is above 130. So that's just automatic. That's just going to happen whether you want to or not. But Analyze is good. But you got to get close enough to attack him, and if he does that first turn, well, you're not close enough to attack him to take advantage of it. Raphael Gundam also has the GN field and energy regen. Doesn't have quantization though. But also has Trans Am. This is the attack I want to show off though, because it's goofy and I love it. Because I have to watch the VOD later, but hey, you missed part of the first mission, Fluff enough. But yeah, we just got some new Gundam buddies who are not close enough to do anything. Fuck. What about you? 0 in intuition? No, but you do have boost dash. So, can you get close enough to do something? He can! Let's activate Trans Am. Let's just use intuition. Just to make sure he doesn't get hit. Because he's not upgraded. If this really is an encounter with an alien species, then I guess nothing I do will make much of a difference. But I have to keep moving forward. I have to continue my work as an innovator and my work for the Quant.
ランザムで決めてみせる
So yeah, his little shield thing splits up into a bunch of like swords, and he's got like super speed, and then he combines them into a big sword. Also, his Gundam can teleport.
これまでに戦った人型兵器とは違うというのか。テロンの人型機動
There are a lot of things about Gundam 00 that's pretty cool. But don't worry, we'll get to talking about their plot later, and you'll realize that it's weird and kind of dumb. Yeah, if I have a sword and a shield, we can have a shield that's a sword and a sword that's a shield. Exactly. Let's move you closer. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just leave him to his own devices for now. Yeah, I've got 2 more turns before I have to actually win. So, I'm just gonna defend. And skip this battle. Oh no, wait, let him talk. Commander Yamato is a man who does not back down even when faced with a mighty opponent. We cannot understand his determination. We who bend the knees in submission to Gamila's broke us. That's exactly why we must win this battle. Hilda, I don't know if I'll ever see you again. I will protect your future and the future of all Zeltians.
司令ヤマトです。
あの船を沈めればテロンの抵抗は終わる。
Yada yada yada. Alright. Now to show off the attack from the Raphael Gundam. That is Goof. Fuck. Okay, I can still do this. I haven't shown this off. Battleships have special EX orders that they get to use. These EX orders are meant to be used on other people, including, for 5 EX points, you can restore the action of another unit. It's really fucking powerful. And persist. So yeah, remember that stupid helmet I mentioned? The quantum jump experiment failed. We can't give up just because we've gotten caught in a mess. It's Celestial Being's mission to complete the quant, and it's my mission to make sure Setsuna's way forward is clear of all obstacles.
ラファエル、先行して敵陣に風穴を開ける。連携で行く。
Yeah! It's a transforming mini Gundam. He wears it on his head. Yeah, it's not a backpack. He wears it on his head like a helmet. And he uses his special powers to try and so he can control it at the same time as his normal Gundam. That barely did any damage. He doesn't have ignore size, and the attack I use doesn't have that as a special ability, so yeah, he didn't do much. Oh hey, a special attack we haven't seen yet. Biggest battleship commands smaller battleships to attack small person. And that's with persist on. As you can tell, the Raphael Gundam doesn't have as many kills as a bunch of the other units in this New Game Plus Plus. Because I really don't like the Raphael Gundam. It is a Gundam, which is a real unit, and I've explained before, the real units are mostly supposed to be dodgy. That's based around taking hits and defending and having higher health than normal. You know, the things supers do much better. His stats aren't fantastic. He has less skills than Setsuna, both on his vehicle and just on his normal pilot, and his weapons. I mean, he's got a decent number of them, but they're not great. So, yeah. With that being said, I need to give someone to kill who needs the experience. That's gonna be a Ryoma. So why don't we show off another attack from Setsuna? Oops, I meant to dodge. Oh well. How goes Robot Wars? We just got some new robots, like this one. It's a Gundam! From Gundam 00. Or 00, I don't remember how it's pronounced exactly.
視力を尽くして敵を撃破せよ。テロンの人型機動兵器など物の数ではないわ。敵に集中砲火を浴びせる。
Yeah, the 00 plot is real dumb. But at least the characters, first of all, they got a lot of cute boys. Second of all, they've got some cool Gundam designs. Not the Raphael Gundam, but they've got some other cool Gundam designs. Like, the Raphael Gundam would be way better if it actually was a fucking backpack. Let's be honest, him wearing it like a fucking helmet is the dumbest thing.
ミッションを継続する。俺もガンダムに続く。こいつは強力すぎる。
Support attack!
そこだ。
Clear field. Okay, we can soften it up enough. Time for Ryoma to get a kill. If he can get far enough, he can. Cool. I already checked he could get far enough before. Oh well. Ryoma! Punch him a lot.
戦艦だろうとゲッターの敵じゃねえ。こいつでしまいだ。
That's a lot of damage. A adapter, not bad. The enemy flagship has gone silent. Could I bring back the mobile suits and those two Gundams? Yes, sir. Shima, full speed ahead. Roger. It looks like we were right through them. We've arrived at our target. There's been a change in the gas. It ran into a flare from the star, and now it's disappearing. I tried to absorb the star, but the star is devouring it. Remember, they used a special gas to try and trap us. That was a living being that expands as it eats more materials. Unfortunately, it got too close to the sun. I see. This is what you were hoping for, wasn't it, Commander? I'm not letting you escape, Yamato. That's scary, and a war cry! Full speed ahead. Do not let the Yamato get past the flare wall. This will be the final battle between our ships. Commander, the enemy ship is heading straight for us. If we keep fighting any longer, the star will consume us all alike. Call for a ceasefire. The Camillan ship has sent a reply. It says, fools. I'm sorry, fools! I see. Could I fire the wave motion gun at the flare? Diva conventions don't apply to aliens? Yeah, but basic morality should. What? Do as I say. Yes, sir. Firing wave motion gun at the flare. Fire. Sink the Yamato at all costs. Ignore it. Use the wave motion gun to clear our way out. I still love the animation for this attack so much. It's so unnecessarily extra. It's got a fucking gun. that he uses to aim it with and fire.
プラス2度
Remember, this is the attack that can destroy the universe if it goes wrong.
照準固定
発射まで3、2、1
波動砲発射
波動砲
There's an opening in the flare. Head straight through it. Maintain course. Yamato was passed through the prominence. Impossible. The heat is too much for our ship. The stern is melting. Steering control's lost. Ah! I'm sorry, Lieutenant Tora. I'm sorry, Hilda. Great Camillus Empire, Supreme Leader's office. Supreme Leader, this is all because of Schultz's incompetency. I had nothing to do with... Enough. Supreme Leader. Well, everyone. Was that not a magnificent battle? It was quite an entertaining game. Hiss. Yes, sir. He wasn't hissing. Dude's literally named Hiss. The Fallen are to be promoted by 2 ranks, and their families given status as honorary Camillans. Zabelk! Understood. But it's unthinkable that our forces could be defeated by these oversized dolls. No, mobile units with the strength of the average cruiser teaming up with a battleship with remarkable artillery. It would be a mistake to make light of those tactics. A school of small fries before the might of our Gamillan army. We will eat them for an afternoon snack. I am pleased you all enjoyed the entertainment. That'll be all for this evening. Oh, one more thing, Stella. What was the name of that Terran ship again? Keep in mind, he's been told this before. He just didn't give a shit. It was the Yamato. The Yamato. I will remember that. Stop humming all the time! I swear! Something the matter, Minister Talon? The weapon was shot through the flames resembles something the Weapons Development Bureau is testing. Is that true? I can't believe that any barbarians in this system could have the same level of technology as Gamillas. I will retroactively go through every single stream and get a fucking counter set up for how many times y'all motherfuckers decide to use that as a filler. Terrans, a race that uses weapons modeled after their own image. I only sent in my forces for a bit of entertainment, but could this be something more? Of course, it's not like I can do anything, even if I knew the answer. Interesting. So maybe there was a bigger reason why he sent his army our way? Oh, Yamato reception room! And the smooth jazz. So you're saying we've come to a whole nother world? That's the only explanation based on recent events. Sonata likes to dismiss many explanations to skip to that one. That's impossible. It's natural not to believe it. I'm the one who's saying it, and even I'm still not wholly convinced. But I will use it as my first explanation for anything strange we come across. But it's not like you two are the first otherworldly travelers we've met. And it seems like your world is even completely different from mine. Great! So we have 3 different universes at this point. I will shove you out of an airlock. You're lucky you're pretty, Setsuna. The quantum jump equipped on your units is fascinating. You see, the warp engine we're using is kind of borrowed. The fact that humanity could create technology to break through the light speed barrier is astounding, let alone the fact that it happened in an alternate world. It's not finished yet. Superspace sailing is already well established in our world, but the system for the 00 Quant is equipped with a totally different technology. So then you teleported here in the middle of testing that tech. Officer Sonata, does that mean if we make a mistake during warp, we could end up being transported to another world too? I can't say anything one way or the other right now. Except yes, that could absolutely happen, based on all the experience we've seen so far. But I can guess that if there will be trouble with an alternate dimension and you didn't handle it well, there'd be no way out. You mean you couldn't get back to your own world? Exactly. 「 Exactly. 」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 「」 "」 "」 "」 "」 " So it's probably safe to say that there's some small constellation that Setsuna and Sierra ended up coming to our world. So we can't go home? That's something else I can't answer. But if you could somehow replicate the conditions in which you ended up here out of all the possible worlds you could have gone to, please, I'm begging you, you have to help us find a way home. Of course, until we're able to figure out how to get home, we promise we'll do everything we can to help you out. That's going to be a common theme, in case you haven't noticed. You don't need to worry about staying here. You're more than welcome, especially since you've offered to help us. Unfortunately, you joined up in the middle of a huge war. First, we need to warp out of here to escape the Camillans chasing after us. After that, I hope you'll tell us about the world you're from. You got it. It's good to meet you. I'm one of those other worldly travelers. What's the matter, Kadai? Did you want to get thrown out of an airlock too? Because I can arrange. Nothing. It's just I've never seen you smile before, Nagare. This is an alternate world. Super for anyone to worry about their boring past here. I see. Oh, so you can smile. I had a feeling you were hard to get along too. I suppose I was touched by what you said. Setsuna. After I report to Commander, I'll introduce you to the aircraft squad. As you already know, we're in pretty dire straits here. Your help couldn't have come at a better time. We'll do what we can. Another world. Maybe this meeting could be called the coming discussion. What will I meet here, I wonder? You'll have to look up 00 plot to get that, because I sure as hell don't get it. Route established. Commencing experiment. Mysterious. Why do you have to check additional content now? Okay. So, that's the end of Scenario 7. From here on, technically we're in what's called a route split, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is a split in the route of the game, giving us a different set of missions. We don't actually get a choice in the matter, it's based on who your main character was. Remember, we got to choose between Chitose and the other one. I forget his name at the top of my head. Anyway, so we're going to be doing stuff that's going to be Chitose plot specific, but other stuff's going to happen too. Before we get started on that though, I'm going to do something real quick. Mark. Marker. There we go. Thank you, Twitch. Cool. Alright, I was just testing a feature about how to set markers without using the dashboard. Because OBS does everything I need on Twitch anyway. So I don't want to have the dashboard up unless I have to. Cool. Alright. Oh! Wait, I'm dumb. You're supposed to do other stuff first. Whatever. I'll set a new marker after this. Anyway, let us customize the new mechs we got. Quant. Let's get you up to here. Increase max energy by 100. Allies within 2 spaces are not affected by special weapons. Special weapons are stuff that give you debuffs. So he's immune to debuffs, and allies within 2 spaces are not affected by debuffs. That's actually pretty nice if you run into an enemy that throws out debuffs. There are not many of those, though. They're usually special enemies. And the Raphael Gundam, even though I don't like it very much, we're using it for now. So let's power it up. Increase special ability and field effect by 400. That's the thing that gives him basically a shield. So, yeah. And increase max energy by 50. So, again, to make him more tanky. I want you to have one of those dots because you're actually a useful Gundam. Skill program, Tyria, I don't care. Setsuna. So he's got, I'm going to give him potential. He doesn't need potential. I'll give him ignore size because he's medium-sized. Save energy because he uses stuff with energy. Instinct to make him even more dodgy. And he needs focus over limit. Again. And he needs, focus attack's already maxed. And give him fighter spirit. That'll be good for now. I don't want to load him up too much. Sierra. Let's just level up the skills he's already got to make them more useful. And give him ignore size as well. And focus defense. There. So now he actually has some useful skills, just in case. Power parts. Quant. Barrier field. So yeah, equips a barrier that reduces damage, but he already kind of has one, so... This is just a good skill, but mostly for supers, honestly. First module. S. Yeah, he's already S in space, so don't need that. S adapter would just make it so he's good in the air at this point. Don't need that. Let's give him Silver Emblem, and then something that actually increases. Now let's give him Mega Booster. Just make him really speedy. Sounds good. Let's give him something... I don't have any of the... Oh, Chobot Armor. Chobot Armor is good for him because he wants to take hits for some reason. Okay, doke. On a Gundam to watch if you've never really watched any Gundam. It depends. Gundam's been around for so long that they kind of encompass a lot of different subgenres. Do you like goofy stuff that's like purposefully goofy? And more like the drama is low and the action and goofiness is high? Then you want G Gundam, which is basically a fighting tournament Gundam style. If you want, like, the first thing that most Americans were exposed to on Gundam, then you probably want Gundam Wing. Burritos? I already had burritos just a few minutes ago, Fluff Enough, right before stream. Cool-looking Gundams with cool moves. Okay, depends on your definition of cool, because G Gundam has a lot of cool attacks and weird shit. But if you want, like, the drama... like the anti-war message, the here's why war is bad, but with some nuance and interesting bits sprinkled in. Gundam Wing was like the first exposure Americans got to a proper Gundam series, and it was pretty popular. So Gundam Wing is a good jumping on point as well. But if you just want shit that looks real cool, honestly, if you're into goofy stuff, go G Gundam is it. But just keep in mind, G Gundam is real different from the rest of the Gundam series. Like, like I said, it's a fighting tournament. So, you gotta keep in mind what that means. Alright, we're gonna save. Then I'm gonna make another marker because I'm dumb and the previous marker was too early.